How about that one? Looks pretty good. I'll give it a try. Well, I gave up on that last one. Too much weeds and stuff around it. I guess I'll just dig behind the old saloon. Pretty small one. I don't know what that is, but it's only about a 12-foot square. And we also have this spot. So I guess I'll try these out for a while. No privies out there, but I did find this. Gotta love that. It's pretty small. Lots of embossing. Probably could get at least $20 for that one. Okay, today I'm digging Halifax, North Carolina. That house looks like it could be from the 1830s. And right across the street we have a big gully or ravine. Probably been looked over by a dozen bottle collectors already, but I'll give it a shot. Leave it to me to find a 1968 privy in a 1740 town. Yeah, definitely too modern. Well, I'm digging the privy for this one. It doesn't look all that old, but it is on a 1916 map, so it must be from probably 1914 or 15. And here's the sunken down spot. It's the privy. It's a tough one. It's got a lot of bricks and roots in it. Got at least 20 broken bricks out already. I think I'm just about to hit some glass. And after all that hard work, it looks like a 1946 era. Well, I'll keep going a little while and see if it gets older. Well, it's definitely a lady's hole. We've got one of these little tiny noxemas in the sample size, octagon. Probably could get $4, maybe $5 on a good day for that one. Got something showing up. Yeah, that's just about the worst kind of bottle you could find right there. A Duraglass. Caro syrup. Well, if you know how to read Owens, Illinois date codes, there it is. That's kind of an odd whiskey. Got some interesting designs around it. Might be worth a few dollars to somebody. It's got an indented panel right there. Okay, 49. That's pretty obviously the date. Bunch of super common cosmetic type bottles. Okay, we went a little deeper and found a 1948. And everybody's favorite, a Listerine screw top. This one looks pretty interesting. Never saw a drinking glass with a star-shaped bottom. Well, it's a loaded hole. It's just a little bit too modern. The only reason I'm digging it is hoping that there could be some embossed milk bottles another foot or two deeper. Well, that's a little bit interesting. I think I got the first soda bottle showing up. Can you see it? It's right there. Oh, it's some kind of ACL cleaning product or something. I'm not even going to get my hands dirty to rub it off to see what it is. And everybody's second favorite thing to find is the screw top Clorox. Plenty of glass down here. But it's just too narrow and the bottles are too modern. Alright, I found a dump. It's not really very old, but it's just a surface dump, so it's going to be really easy to just rake in through it. Mostly 1950s and 60s. But I only have an hour of daylight left. So we'll see what I can find. A D-Pat and Coke. A cobalt bottle on top of the ground. It's worth a couple dollars. I can see a couple more over that way. And you can see a cone top beer or soda. That's a good sign. Well, I guess I'll get to raking. Well, here it is. The treasure. I was surprised to find a nice old round milk bottle, but it has no paint or embossing. Got a bunch of cans. Half of them are beer and half are soda. It's going to require a lot of cleaning. But that's it. Nothing to get excited about. There's a patent medicine. And an oyster can. And a fairly old soda. McPherson Brothers from South Hill, Virginia. It's broken, of course. I'll saw it off and make it glass. I almost forgot the best thing. A really nice Dr. Pepper. Well, I went back to that dump that has a bunch of 40 stuff. And I can't believe my luck. This was actually just laying there. I walked by it plenty of times already. I had to get down on my knees and start scratching just to be able to notice this. The embossing was showing right up on the top. And I said, oh my god, an embossed milk. And it's from Halifax. That could be worth $500 or $600. I don't really know. But it's got beautiful script embossing in the middle. That's definitely going to make my day worthwhile right there. And here is a washout filled in with trash. Mostly 1946 to 56. But with the potential to find a milk bottle again like that last one. I'm going to try and dig as much of this as I can. Probably only got an hour and a half of light left though. And we got a giant piece of metal in the way. See a bunch of bottles hiding under there. At least I found the top of one. Don't know if it was embossed or not. Look at all those bottles sticking out of the dirt. It's too bad they're not worth anything. Well, there's a mason with the lid still on it. And look how perfect that lid is. Sorry, I'm not showing you very much of the digging action, but there's really very little coming out that's worth anything. But I do see an ACL soda right here. Oh, a Suncrest. Those are super common. But it is from Roanoke Rapids, so if the paint stays on, it might be worth $6 or $7. Some cobalt blue coming out. Oh, it looks like it's embossed too. Kind of a weird one. The embossing's really weak on it. Obviously the last batch of embossed ones. Might be able to get $4 for that. Update. I found a blue jar finally. After finding about 15 clear ones. Then I found a flashlight that's in very good condition for a dug one. It's ever ready. It's early plastic or Bakelite type material. It's even got the lens still on it. So that's pretty neat. Then we got a Pearson's ammonia. Nothing exciting. Oh, we found a snake. Where did it go? Under my shovel? All this digging and I'm barely finding anything. But here's an embossed soda just laying sticking out of the mud. I just noticed it. Of course, they're very common, but still, it's interesting to find an embossed soda. That a nice clean Dr. Pepper. Unfortunately, there's a lip chip on it. But it's so nice otherwise, I still might bring it home with me. And I've got a mason jar lid. And a red, white, and blue Pepsi. It's pretty rough. But the fact that it's still intact, pretty unusual. And it's from the tiny town of Littleton, North Carolina. If that'll clean up a bit, I might be able to get $10 or $12 for it. I'm here in Littleton, North Carolina today for the first time. It's not working out quite as well as I hoped it would. I spent over an hour looking around. Found this McPherson Brothers. It could be a Pepsi bottle. And it says property of McPherson Brothers, Littleton, NC, and Elizabeth City. Pretty odd. Those towns are about 100 miles apart from each other. Alright, there it is. All those blue lines are where I probed already. That's the privy right there. You can barely see it now. But I've started the privy and I'm down into the layer. What little is there. I don't feel much glass at all. Well, that was a 1.5 foot deep privy with nothing but a couple broken bricks and a little bit of dark soil. But right over there, another really old looking place. 2 chimneys. They look like they're from the 1790s, but unfortunately it's on a map from 1912, but not on the 1900 map. So, but sometime in the early 1900s. It's wide open back there. I guess I'll probe it for a while and see. Well, I'm getting sick of this town already. I've only been here for 2 hours, but it's a clay town. The ground is hard to probe because of the clay. Very hard to dig also, and they didn't throw very many bottles in the privies anyway because they didn't want to have to dig a new one. So now I know why all the towns like New Bern and Wilmington have been dug so hard, because it's nice and sandy. So much more pleasant to probe sand than clay. So off to the next town. Here's that milk bottle from Halifax all cleaned up. I don't know what this is worth, but somewhere between $400 and $800. So, that was a pretty good dig. That's one of the best milk bottles I ever found. Probably the very best one. I have found hundreds of milk bottles in my life, but I think this is the most valuable one I've ever found.